Hi, my name is hanspetermeyer, and I'm interviewing Roberta Stevenson as part of the 3x2x8 sustainability conversation here in the Comox Valley. We're in the BC Shellfish Growers Association offices in Comox. Roberta, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and what BC SGA is about?
Well, thank you and welcome to our office. The Shellfish Growers Association is a non-profit industry association representing 180 shellfish farmers BC-wide, obviously all coastal. We grow all types of shellfish, and we have this office here to answer questions just like what you brought here to me today. That's our goal, to educate the public about what we do, but also just to be a presence in the valley, because this region grows over half of all the farm shellfish in British Columbia, right
Wow.
Here in front of this office.
Wow. I mean, I've heard that Bain Sound is incredible, but I didn't know that.
Bain Sound is very full of plankton. It's a great area for growing shellfish in. It's a little, protected area.
Right.
And it's close to all the things that we need, which is labor and transportation and processing. So that's why this area is really important to us.
Right, and the whole water thing has always been, I mean, I've known about the water conversation around Bain Sound for years, so you guys are really interested in some angle on sustainability, and that's what I'm here to talk to you about. So we've got our process here, 3 questions for 2 people from the 8 pillars, and today I'm talking to you about economic health in our community. So the first question is, has to do with the draft sustainability strategy. You've seen the goals and objectives. What excites you about this strategy?
Well, I think it's great. Anytime we can highlight the need to have a sustainable society, and certainly one that also supports economic growth, that's a good thing. It's good for people to understand that, and certainly right now with a lot of challenges financially for so many people, it's also a challenge for farmers in the region to get a profit on what they grow. So we spend a lot of time and money making sure that the public understands the need for support for local farmers.
Is there anything specific in the goals and objectives that you've seen that gets you fired up, or is it just generally that people are talking about economic health as part of sustainability?
I think there's nothing specific per se, but we really like highlighting the need to have a green economy. I mean, shellfish depend on clean water, and the more people can be attuned to what creates clean water, I mean, there's so many aspects to keeping the water clean enough to grow shellfish. Runoff and septic and water treatment and all those things come into play, and we are the canary in the coal mine for clean water. So I think anything that brands the area as being sustainable will highlight the need for perhaps more regulation and more careful whatever. It's not brain dead, sorry.
It's okay. So the second question has to do with what do you see as the challenges in implementing a sustainability strategy? Hi, puppy.
The challenges in implementing sustainability strategy in the Comox Valley will be buy-in. I mean, we have 50,000 people here that you need to deal with on this level, get them all aware. So it's a large group with a lot of diverse opinions. So getting people to understand that we need to all work together for the betterment of the region, and that no one operates in seclusion, rather we're all part of one.
So you've been involved in water quality stuff for a long time. What's been the big challenge around getting the water quality message out?
Well, with encroachment and increasing population growth, in particular along the ocean front and all that, and all the new developments in the region, I mean, we have to always be careful to review their plans, make sure that they've got a good process in place for making sure that the water in front of them stays clean.
Okay. So the third question has to do with, and we're trying to get really specific here. In what ways do you think in this case, your association, your business association, can work with local governments, other businesses, other community organizations to create a sustainable Comox Valley?
Well, for example, we work closely with the other farmers in the region through the Comox Valley Economic Development Council to make sure that all the farming in the region is recognized, that we can work together towards promoting our local food. That's a big process in that we're all working towards the same end, to create a real tourism sort of culinary aspect to the valley, which I
Mhm.
mean, you know, we have the best restaurants ever. So the whole notion of serving local food and growing the food right here and becoming more sustainable in that regard on what we
Mhm.
eat. We also work with the local governments to understand what it takes to grow a shellfish out in the region so that people can understand that yes, we do leave a footprint.
Mhm.
There is nothing we can do to grow food that's not going to leave some sort of impact. But we try to minimize that impact while also educating the public on the nitrogen uptake and all the good qualities of shellfish farming, which is recognized worldwide, really. But often in this area, if people see something visually in the water and they don't understand it, they
Mhm.
need an explanation as to what's going on there to feel better about our use of their space, because it's Crown land.
So, if I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying that the Growers Association and the farmers who are part of that are already doing lots of things to, you know, create a sustainable and green economy here?
BC shellfish growers do consider themselves the original environmentalists in BC, really they do, because what they do is so green and so sustainable. Like I said, it's recognized worldwide as the method to clean up bays that are low in nitrogen, or you know, it's already seen as a way to keep a bay clean is to grow shellfish in it. What we need to do here in Bain Sound is to really educate the public on the benefits of having the shellfish grown in the region. So we work hard to do that.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time. And now I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to, you know, do you want to add anything? This is about a conversation. Sustainability is really hard to define. It seems to change. So we're hoping to get people stimulated. So throw something else on the table here if you want to.
Well, I'd like to see the region diversify enough that we can embrace all the different aspects. Most of us have moved here because the region is so diverse.
When did you move here?
I moved here 6 years ago only.
Yeah.
So I've lived on Vancouver Island for 30-some years, but here in this region only 6. And I think the cool thing about the region is the farmland and all the different aspects of the region. So, you know, for me personally, I don't want to see it just be a retirement community. I like to, I mean, our industry requires young people. It's labor intensive, it's hard work. Farming is a young person's job. So we would like to see the region diverse and culturally interesting so that we can attract young people to live here. Having a retirement community is not going to serve us well.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing against retirement, but we need to make sure that we have enough young people and enough, you know, a vibrant community.
Right.
And yeah, I think that's very attractive. And being sustainable will attract those kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
They'll think, wow, what a great place to live, and they'll come here for that reason. So yeah, I think it's important to be diverse.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And good luck.
You too.